So let's get with a small story, right? Let's continue with the story to understand one more concept, right? A sold the bike to B for 1000 rupees, B sold the bike to C for 1500. Let's say C owns a showroom, right? And what did he say? He put a mark price or MRP in a way, like maximum retail price is MRP, but let's assume the tag of a bike shows it's 2000 rupees, right? And then C said, I know D, you're a good friend of mine, so I'm going to give you a 10% discount, right? That's because of our friendship. So what is the price at which the transaction happens? It is mark price minus the discount percentage is always on mark price, right? 200,000 is the mark price. The 10% discount is on 2000, right? This is 10 by 100, sorry, into 2000. That's gonna be 200. 2000 minus 200 is 1800, right? So that means the net transaction is happening at 1800 rupees. Understand the transaction price is this for C and D. What is the cost price of bike? For D, it is 1800. Okay, understand that. From the perspective of D, is buying at this price. The selling price of bike for C is 1800 rupees because he's selling at this price, right? There is no formula saying cost price is always mark price minus discount percentage of mark price. No. If the question is asking me, if C purchased the product at 1500, right, and then he put a tag of a mark price of 2000 and gave a discount of 10% to D, what is the profit of C? Then what do you need to do? Understand the cost price for C is 1500. The selling price for C is 1800, right? And then the profit is 300 rupees, 1800 minus C. That's different from D. I don't know the selling price for D. The cost price of bike for D is 1800. Just understand, this is formula for the transaction price, mark price minus the discount percentage of mark price. Do not get confused if you ever see a formula saying this is equals to cost price or selling price, right? You can't say, like, it just depends on the perspective, right? From whose perspective it's cost price and whose perspective is selling price. Just understand that. Who are the two people? Who is selling? For him it's the selling price. Who is buying? For him it's the cost price of the product, right? Just to summarize this formula again. So transaction price, sort of to remove the confusion, we call this as transaction price, is mark price minus discount percentage of mark price. Once I know the transaction price, in our story, that's selling price of bike for C, because C is selling at the rupees of 800 to D after giving the discount, and that's the price at which D is buying it. That's why it's the cost price of bike for D, right? Right, now if you observe the last three problems, we have done all the three cases. I know the selling price and cost price, I can find the profit percent. I know the selling price and profit percent, I can find the cost price. I know the cost price and profit percent, I can find the selling price. Now this problem is talking about mark price, like shopkeeper marks price of rupees 600 on a book and gave a discount, right? So it says the mark price is 600 rupees and the discount percentage is 20%. What is the transaction price? Mark price minus discount percentage of mark price, right? That's 600 minus 20% of 600, right? I do 20 by 100 into 600, that's gonna give me 120, right? 20 into 6, 120, 600 minus 120 is 480, right? That's 480 rupees. That's the price at which the transaction is happening. That means that's the selling price for shopkeeper, right? Because shopkeeper is selling the product at 480 rupees after giving the discount. What is the cost price? We don't know. They said what is the cost price of the book for the shopkeeper, and he gained a profit percentage of 25%, right? You see, this could have been a direct question which we have done earlier. I give you selling price, I give you profit percent, I ask you cost price. This is a question where I'm slightly making it a difficult one by adding one more layer where I'm giving you mark price and discount percent so that you use that to find the selling price. Once I find the selling price, I again use the same thing. So cost price is selling price by 1 plus profit percent. That's 480 by 1 plus 25%. That's 25 by 100 is 0.25. That's 480 by 1.25. Right. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit complex, I guess. Let's see what's it's going to give me. T by 125, 25 5s are 25 4s are, right? 5 9s are 96 are, right? This will be 384. Right, 384 rupees. Yeah, it's not that easy to calculate, but it's okay, don't worry. The idea is this, right? Once you figure out, so always doesn't matter how complex the problem is, break it down, look for this. I am being asked to find the cost price for the shopkeeper. So I know the profit percentage. And do I know anything on selling price? No, not directly, but they give a hint from mark price and discount price from which I can find the transaction price. So do this, find the selling price and then do it, right? It's always like that. You should always look for the selling price, cost price, and the profit or loss percentage or money and see what is given, what is not given. If you have more than one which is not given, so you might have a clue hidden which would give you that unknown quantity of those two. And finally, you have to find the third unknown quantity of these three: selling price, cost price, and profit or loss percentage.